All right, man. And we are live, you guys. We are live. We are live. We are live. Welcome back to another episode of the Winner's Diet Show. I am your host, Mac Solomon, aka Project Mac. We appreciate you guys for tuning in as usual. You guys, I'll be honest, man. Last couple days, your man been out of commission. I've been out of commission. I've been sick like a dog. I'm still kind of sick, so forgive me if my voice is, just up and down. Excuse me, as you can see. Um, but I haven't been able to stream all week, just because, man, it's the last couple of days has just been hell. So, um, but we here, man. I'm feeling a little bit better today. Just a little bit. I got my electrolytes, so forgive me if I'm sipping on it during the stream as such. But 2026, man, happy new year to you guys. This is the first official show of 2026. Um Man, it's been a long year, but like we've we put in a good 6 months into this show so far. Seen some great growth. Since we started, I think mid-June is when we first started. So now we're just seeing more growth as we continue to go along. So um I'm just very grateful for the opportunity to come on here, not only just share my insight on fitness, health, and parts of life, and just connect with the people, man. So I'm very grateful for that opportunity. um but the show must go on, man. The show must go on. Damn, you guys, I might not be here for too long. I might not be here for too long, but I'm gonna say this though. This year, we're just gonna continue to double down on what's working. We're gonna continue to double down on things that need to get done. So um, we're just gonna keep going, man. We're just gonna keep going. We got some early supporters. Calico has got claws. What is going on with you? What is going on? What is going on? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. This is the first show of the new year. And you guys, my voice is I'm still kind of sick. If you guys are just now tuning in, I'm still a little under the weather. So I'm sorry about this, you guys. I'm gonna try to give you guys a decent show. My voice is not the best right now, but we're here nonetheless. Megan Murray, what's going on? Uh, am I new? No, but you must be new. I've been here. Parker Olson, bro, you so tough. I appreciate that. I appreciate it, man. And you guys, I just dropped. If you guys are just now tuning in, if you guys are now just trying to get your bodies right for the new year, I just dropped a free 7-day fat loss guide along with a digital book on the fat loss blueprint. All right. So I just dropped my 7-day fat loss guide along with my fat loss digital book. All right. So you guys can go ahead and get that on the link is in the chat right here. Or you can go to winnersdietclub.com if you guys want. All right. This is a great way to kickstart your New Year's off the right way, getting back in shape, and just getting to it, man. Fatness will not prosper in 2026. Let that be a lesson. Parker Olson just subscribed. I appreciate that, big dog. Appreciate you, man. Fatness will not prosper in 2026. So if you guys right now are out of shape, if you guys right now are looking to get started, man, tap in with my free 7-day fat loss guide, or you can go ahead and get my digital book, my digital ebook on the fat loss blueprint. It's $14.99 on my website. Just go to winnersdietclub.com. All right. But anyway, man, we got a great show today. Um, I might not be on here too long because my voice is just, I can't be talking too long. So I can't be on here for as long as I normally am. So we're gonna try and get through this as quickly but as efficient as possible. All right. So if you guys are just tuning in, um, we have our first two segments before we get into the main topic of the day. The fit report is the first segment, reporting on fitness news, things going on in the fitness industry, along with our second segment, what the fitness, reacting to fitness news, trendy fitness videos, things of that nature. All right. And then we have the main event. Today, we're talking about how in 2026, no one's going to do the work for you. So stick around towards the 45 to 50-minute mark for the main event. But before that, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment down below anything you want to see, comment down below any fitness questions, and let's get to it, man. Okay, we have a troll here. I don't like you. Your mom actually says otherwise. Your mom says otherwise, actually, because I was putting that thing on her ass last night. So you might want to check with your mom, bruh. All right, anyway, I got to get the trolls out of here. But anyway, man, let's get to the first fitness article of the new year. Let's get to it, man. Where are we at with it? All right, here we go. So the first one here is says doctors reveal how alcohol causes booze butt. Here's how to prevent it ahead of New Year's. A night of drinking doesn't just come with a headache or dry mouth. It can also mean urgent trips to the restroom. The phenomenon, dubbed booze butt by Men's Health, is real. Alcohol can irritate the digestive tract, alter gut bacteria, and interfere with how the intestines absorb water, doctor said. Alcohol itself can cause loose stools due to several mechanisms. Dr. Labelis Padilla, a San Diego-based gastroenterologist and lifestyle medicine physician, told Fox News Digital. It can also inhibit fluid absorption in the intestines and speed digestion, she said. When the intestines move too quickly, there's less time for water to be absorbed, Padilla said. That can result in loose or watery stools. Alcohol hits every layer of the gut as it moves through the digestive tract, according to Dr. Jason Kornbelt, a Florida-based gastroenterologist. It can worsen heartburn, increase stomach acid, and weaken the gut barrier. Alcohol can also make the gut leakier. Alcohol and its byproducts can weaken the tight seals between intestinal cells, allowing bacterial toxins to cross the gut barrier and promote inflammation. But not everyone experiences digestive issues after drinking. And doctors say several factors that determine who is more susceptible. Dose and speed matter. More drinks and less time equals more irritation and more leaky gut or irritable bowel effects. Underlying digestive conditions such as acid reflux, irritable bowel syndrome, inflammatory bowel disease, celiac disease, or chronic gastritis can increase sensitivity. I'll read this last bit here. Genetics can play a role as well, Padilla noted. Certain genetic variations can make someone more susceptible to alcohol's effects. While no alcoholic beverage is completely safe for the gut, doctors say some drinks are more likely to trigger symptoms than others. Common offenders include mixed drinks, wine and beer, as they often contain sugar or sugar alcohols that can worsen diarrhea. All right, so as you guys can see here, here's more reasons as to why alcohol really has no benefit. Okay, so not only does alcohol, destroy your liver and make you feel hungover and groggy and lethargic, but it could also cause, digestive issues, bowel issues. So all in all, man, and I'm not saying stop drinking or never drink again, but I'm talking about binge drinking. Every time I bring up alcohol, I'm never telling y'all to stop drinking alcohol because that's just it's unrealistic. I'm always going to say stop binge drinking. That's what I really want you guys to understand. Stop binge drinking. No one's telling you to stop drinking alcohol. I stopped drinking alcohol for my own personal reasons. That doesn't mean I'm trying to promote that to you guys, you know, because I understand everybody's not like me. Everybody's life path and journey is different. I get that part. So I'm never going to be one to just be like, hey guys, stop drinking alcohol. It's going to kill you, blah, 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 blah. Yes, yes, we know. Alcohol is not the best drink for you. But I will say this, if you guys continue to binge drink more than is required, more than you can handle, that is when things become more dangerous for you. That is when things take a different direction that you don't want to go on. Okay. And everybody's body's different. Some people can handle a lot more, others cannot. Me, I'm a lightweight. I can't handle too much alcohol anymore, you know, but everybody's different. But I will say this, that man, if your life is not together, if you are quote unquote struggling, there's no reason why you need to be drinking alcohol in the first place. I'm just going to say it just like that. There's no reason. If you're struggling in life, if you are confused, if you don't know what your next move is going to be, there is no reason for you to be at bars on the weekends. There's no reason for you to be smoking weed. So I'm just saying, man, this is just me. Like I'm just trying to get people to see things differently. Cause the way people consume alcohol and just drink like fish, it's astonishing to me, man. It really is something. It's a sight to see. I'll say that it is a sight to see. So I'm just trying to let people know, man. And one thing too, you notice with people that drink a lot of alcohol, they be built funny. People that drink alcohol like they drink alcohol like fish, they built funny. They're just their whole, you know, their whole makeup is funny looking from the way their body look, from how they walk. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. It just makes you built a certain way, especially if you don't work out. If you don't work out, okay, you might get away with it. Because I know guys that drink and they still look good, you know. But people that don't drink or people that drink, they don't watch what they eat, they don't exercise. Like they just built funny, man. They're built a certain way that I cannot describe. And maybe somebody can describe it that knows what I'm talking about. But I don't know. Just look at the average person. Go to the average bar, and you'll definitely see a lot of these people, man. Like if they're not already obese, but they're like the skinny fat, like they're just built funny. Like the women, they be like having small ass hips, but like a wide ass back. Like it's funny looking, man. Like their hips are like caved in, and their butt is like a square butt, back wide as hell. It's funny to me. It's funny. Anyway, all right, let's move on to the next article, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Where are we at with it? All right, I think here we go. All right, here we go. So, more than 75% of US adults may meet criteria for obesity under new definition, study finds. The new definition of obesity would include waist based measurements. A new study suggests that more than 75% of US adults may meet the criteria for obesity if a proposed new definition is widely adopted. Unlike the traditional approach, which relies primarily on body mass index, BMI. The updated definition incorporates waist-based measurements to better assess health risk. For decades, BMI has been the standard tool for defining obesity, classifying adults with a BMI of 30 or higher as obese. Under this measure, roughly 40% of US adults currently fall into the obesity category. However, critics have long argued that BMI alone is an incompetent metric because it does not account for body fat distribution or distinguish between fat and muscle. The new definition aims to address these shortcomings by including measurements such as waist circumference and waist to height ratio. These indicators are closely linked to abdominal fat, which research shows is more strongly associated with conditions like heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and certain cancers than BMI alone. Let's read this last bit here. When researchers apply this expanded framework to national health data, the share of adults classified as having obesity rose dramatically, surpassing 70% overall of exceeding 75% in some age groups. The findings suggest that millions of people currently considered overweight rather than obese under BMI standards may still face significant health risks. Oh man, okay. Well, I agree, man. BMI has not been the best assessment or measurement of obesity because it's not a one size fits all type of measurement, right? Because if you look at athletes, especially like NFL running backs, guys are like 5'9", 5'10", 230. On paper, they look like they're overweight. They look like they are obese, right? Because they are just too short for the weight that they're carrying. But then you look at their body fat percentage and it's like 8%. It's 9%, it's single digits, right? So you can't base BMI based off of that. And I don't know how adding a measurements are gonna do any is gonna change anything. Because you'll have the same situation. You take somebody that's 6 foot 215, again, on paper, he looks like he's super fat or super out of shape, but again, he might be a guy that's heavily in the gym. That's most of that is muscle, So even if you measure his waist and legs and things like that, it doesn't mean that he's obese. Like, have you seen some of these guys' legs that train heavily in the gym? These bodybuilders, like their legs are like tree trunks, but these guys are single digit body fat. So there's no way they can be classified as obese. It just doesn't make any sense. So that's an interesting article, man. Very interesting article. I think, honestly, for me, it should just go off of body fat. But the only reason why it won't go off of body fat, because there's too many measures that you got to take. You got to do body fat testing, and everybody doesn't have access to that. So, I think they've always just slapped the BMI on there just as a way to just, solidify, okay, this is if you're in shape or if you're overweight or, so I don't know. I think body fat would be the better, it would be the better testing, the more appropriate testing to measure if somebody is obese or just, overweight. So anyway, all right, let's move on to the next article. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. All right, we got some more fat news here. All right, here we go. Face fat actually makes you look older than your age. I mean, yeah, this is not a surprise. You guys, man, take care of your face fat. Your face fat is aging you. And I've talked about this before. A lot of us do not really know what we look like because we have a high body fat percentage. Our face is covered in fat. Our abdominals are covered in fat. So you really don't have an accurate look. You don't have an accurate way of measuring how you actually look. Like a lot of us are really attractive. I don't know if you guys go to different gyms or just go out and about and you'll see like girls that are like, if you see girls that are like super overweight, the big BBWs, sometimes you'll be like, yo, if she just lost a couple pounds, yo, she would be fire. Ladies, I'm sure you all say the same thing for guys, the same thing could be applied for guys, ladies, I'm sure, right? You see a guy out, hey, he's a little out of shape, but you're like, yo, if he just lost 15, 20 pounds, yo, he would be all right. That is a majority of people, man. That is a majority of us. If we just lost, bro, 15 pounds, which isn't really, that's a lot, but it's not asking a lot. 15 pounds can be done in about 3 to 4 months if you're just consistent. But if you just lost 15 pounds, man, a lot of us will look completely different. We would look way more attractive. Our whole demeanor would change. Our whole energy would change. The way we look at life would change. Like y'all don't understand, man, how good y'all really look, man. Some of y'all think y'all not Chads. Fellas, a lot of y'all think you're not a Chad. The reason why you think you're not a Chad is because you're out of shape. You're overweight. You will be surprised at how many of y'all will look like a Chad or a Tyrone if you just lost some damn weight, man. Just lose some damn weight, bro. I promise you. Like the way you would look at life would be different. And I'm not saying I'm a Chad or Tyrone. I'm just saying, bro, a lot of us look better than we think we do. But we just have so much excessive face fat on our damn face. We have too much face fat. Our body fat is way too high. So if we just lost that, bro, we would look completely different. And we would just go about life on a different type of energy. Bro, you would be surprised. A lot of our confidence just comes down to the way we look. Yeah, there's outliers. There could be finances. There could be, swag, whatever the case is. But a large majority, a majority of your look comes down to, a majority of your confidence comes down to how you look. And a lot of that comes purely on your appearance from your body type. How in shape are you? I'm not saying you can't be, I'm not saying you can't be confident and fat, right? Or I'm not saying you can be fat and not confident. I'm sure there's a lot of fat guys that are confident. I know a lot of them, but it's a different energy, man. When you know that you're at a body fat percentage, when you know that you exercise daily, that you take care of yourself, and everybody else can see that, it's a different type of aura. It's a different type of energy. You can't fake that either. There's a lot of guys that can fake confidence. Yeah, I'm the big funny guy, blah, 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 whatever. Nobody cares you're fat. When you're in shape, you don't have to do too much. You don't have to say too much. You know what I mean? You just let the work speak for itself. It's that simple. People notice it. Women notice it. Men notice it. Your employer notices it. Your dog notices it. You know what I mean? Like everybody just notices when you are in great shape. So it's just like, why, if you understood how life could feel and look if you just lost 15 to 20 pounds, why would you not take that? If you knew life would be better, if you lost 15 to 20 pounds? Why would you not make a change and get there? It makes zero sense. I know a guy, I'm not going to say his name. Me and him were working, this was a few years ago. Anyway, this is back then, but this is what I mean when I say that not being in shape will cost you opportunities. This is what I mean by this. I knew a guy that was severely overweight, right? A friend of mine or a coworker of mine. He was severely overweight. He was thinking about applying to be a sheriff, right, for the city. And he told me, he was like, "Yeah, man, like it's a great opportunity. Um, the starting pay is like 120 a year, which is great money, right? That could change his life." And I'm like, "Man, go ahead and do that. Like that's a great opportunity." And he was like, "Man, the only thing is I gotta take the fitness assessment." I'm like, "Okay, like what's wrong with that?" He's like, "Man, I don't know if I can pass that." Well, I'm like, "Why don't you go get in shape and get to it?" So he just started giving me all these excuses as to why he can't do it and this and that. I'm just like, "Bro, are you really going to let your excuses get in the way of a job that will completely change your life? You are out of your mind." And he did not do that. He did not take that damn test. He did not put the work in to go get in shape. I'm like, "Bro, you are 15 to 20 pounds away from changing your life financially, uh, physically, mentally, but you can't do it because of your excuses. This is insane." You telling me, yo, if you just lose, if somebody told you, "Hey, all you got to do is lose 15 to 20 pounds and you'll be making $120 a year." Are you telling me you will not take that opportunity to go lose some damn weight? You are out of your damn mind. You have lost your damn mind. I know guys that would jump at that opportunity. Shit, if you told me, "Hey man, you lose another 10 pounds, you're gonna be making this much." I'm on it, man. I'm on it. I'm on it. It's crazy how people just, man, they're just in their own way, man. It's insane to me how much people can just be in their own way. They just let opportunities go right past them because they just are scared of taking that next leap and betting on themselves, putting themselves in uncomfortable positions for a short amount of time. That wasn't going to last that long. That was going to last maybe 3-4 months of you just being consistent. But then you bring up the word consistency. If you bring up the word consistency, people start taking steps back. They start getting scared. People hate that word. Oh man, consistency. Oh man. Oh, they hate that word. People hate when they have to do something repeatedly over a long period of time. It's just the truth, man. It's just how it is. That's how it's always going to be, unfortunately. But this is the world that we live in, man. Unfortunately. So, um, yeah, man. The first thing, man, if you really want to change your life this year, the first thing you need to do is lose that damn face fat. Get your body fat down. Get your body fat down to a healthy body fat percentage. If you're a guy, 15% or lower. If you're a woman, 20% or lower. Get down to a healthy body fat percentage, man. All right, let's move on to, I think we're on the next we might be at the next segment. 1 second. All right, let's get to the next segment. What the Fitness? We are reacting to new fitness videos. All right, here we go. We got this guy here. He's okay. What's going on here? So this guy's reacting to a girl in the gym. I guess she's trying to record a video and a guy's in her way. So she's being extra bitchy about it. So let's take a look at what's going on in the fitness industry.
All right, guys. You be the judge.
Wow, that's assault, by the way. That's assault.
So this lady, Sam, who is assistant general manager of this particular gym, by the way, insinuates that this guy's a creep because he sits so close behind her. And in response to that, she gets even closer to him, sticks her ass in his face, and then steps all over him. In her own description, she says that she told him to sit somewhere else, and he said no. Maybe he just likes that bench. Maybe he's a creature of habit and just uses that bench all the time. Maybe that's just where he wants to train, and he's not being a creep, and you can share the gym because, well, you're a fucking manager there and you know how gyms work. But how is the option that you went with to record yourself stepping all over him and being a rude piece of shit? You say other members come to check on me. Yeah, to be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? She says, it's not all men, but it's always a man. Buddy was just trying to get a chest day in, and you decided to step all over him and be a huge douche for no reason at all.
That's assault, by the way. You can't just step on somebody's foot on purpose and expect them not to do anything like that. I would have took that to corporate, man. And I don't know if this is a real video or not. You know, a lot of these things be staged, but that right there is assault. I would have had her ass fired the next day for that. And I can't stand entitled ass people, man. I can't stand people like this. People that are entitled in the gym really pisses me off. Like I cannot, and I just entitled people in general. I cannot stand people like this, man. They really irritate me. Because what makes you think that you own this space that we're working out? And this is a public gym. And the gym that you work at, by the way. So I'm surprised that she even did that on camera. And then she wanted to take it to social media to get, you know, the simps on her side and the feminists on her side. And it's just like, and then you want to blame all men. It's just like, dude, like people, man, the gym is it can be a very interesting place at times, man. And luckily, I've never had to deal with situations like this. I've seen people that have gotten in situations like this, but yeah, I don't know, man. Luckily, I've never had to deal with things like this. Luckily, you know, knock on wood, man, because I don't know how I would feel if I was in a situation like this. Okay, he got in your camera angle. I don't got to move. Who said I got to move? Yeah, I know there's other benches around, but I want this one. So what makes you think I'm going to move so you can record your bullshit ass video? So like, this is just ridiculous, man. Like there's no place in the gym for this, bro. People need to start we need to start having better gym etiquette, and people need to have better home training. Cuz you really just put your foot on that man's ankle just because he wouldn't move is crazy to me. And again, I don't know if this is real, if this is fake. I have no idea. But if that was real and she works there as a GM, as she says, she should have been fired, man. That is grounds for termination. Effective immediately. So it is what it is, man. All right, let's move on to the next video. All right, we have a a strag here. We have a hood rat. Okay. Okay, here we go. Asked POV asked my man for lipo money and he said no. Matter of fact. Oh my god. You must not know about me. You must not know about me. I can have a love for you in a minute. Matter of fact, he's out there in a minute. Okay. Fellas, don't date women like this. That's all there is to it. Do not date women like this. They're a great time. You know, I know women exactly like this, built exactly like this, same everything, same get up, same appearance. They all look the same at this point. But fellas, man, do not date women like this. Use them for a good time, not a long time. I'm not trying to promote degeneracy, but yeah, I can't have no lazy ass chick on me like this, man. I can't have a lazy chick in my corner. You talking about get you some damn lipo. Like what? That is insane. And I don't know if she's joking. She said, ask my man for lipo. He said, no. You damn right I'm saying no. Why don't you go get in the gym? How about that? Why don't you go and hit these steps and stop drinking alcohol? Stop drinking Don Julio every other day and smoking tweens. You lazy dog. You lazy slug. Like, people are lazy, man. There's certain people that are just lazy, bro. Certain people are just lazy. And they're forever going to be lazy. And you can get away with it now when you're young, when you're in your early 20s, you can get away with it. But some of these women out here, man, they can't get away with that shit for a long time. Men can to a certain degree, because men don't carry as much fat. But when a woman has a child or multiple kids, that's when the shit hits the fan. If she can't snap back, if she wasn't already disciplined prior to having that kid, it's going to be hell trying to get back. I'm telling you right now, your body will never be the same unless you go and get the lipo. But even then, you got to maintain that. It's not just a one snip and that's it. No, you got to maintain that. So if you don't have the discipline beforehand, before the lipo, you're not going to have the discipline after the lipo. And that's the majority of these women that have this type of mentality, right? They think it's just a snip procedure, boom, boom, back in the game. But then 2-3 months go by, they're back on the fucking doctor's table, getting tucked away, getting snipped and tucked. It's the same process again. Like, how many of these operations are you going to go through every couple months? Like, your body can only take so much, man. You're like, our bodies are not meant to have this much surgery. We probably have the most surgery ever in human and mankind in this day and age. We've probably seen way more surgeries in this year alone, just on beauty cosmetics alone, than in the history of mankind. Is insane, bro. We have just this instant gratification type of mentality where we just feel like a BBL or a liposuction is gonna do the trick. Like, it's insane. But yeah, man, I can't have no lazy ass chick like this. Hell no. You ask me for some lipo, even if I got the money, I'm saying no. What the hell? Now, if it's necessary, like if it's a certain, okay, we can figure it out. You just had you want a mommy makeover. Okay, we might have to get that done. But after that, you back in the gym heavy. Man, this is not going to be every type of thing that we got to go get this. Nah, hell no. You chose that lifestyle. You chose to eat like shit. You chose to drink like a goddamn fish. Now you got to deal with the consequences. No, you're going to hit that damn treadmill. You're going to hit these damn weights and eat this meal plan and stick to it for 6 months. And if you can't do that, all right, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Can't do it. Hell no. Can't do it, man. I don't do lazy, man. I don't do lazy anything. I don't deal with lazy people. I don't deal with people that think their problems can be done with just a call to Dr. Miami, or I don't deal with women like that. I don't deal with people like that. You know, that's crazy. And if you said no, okay, I got another man. Okay, well, go to him then. Have him deal with you. So, you know, it is what it is. All right, man. This is the last. We got one more before we hit the main event. Make sure y'all hit that like button, please. Hit that subscribe button. All right, here we go. We got this guy back again. He says, you know, if you cared about yourself, you wouldn't be a fat fuck. Okay, sounds like me a little bit. All right, let's take a look.
You know, if you cared about yourself, you wouldn't be a fat fuck. You're the reason you're a fat fuck. And you're the reason you can change it. Don't be a fat fuck forever. Get help. Was that nice enough? That's like my commercial. But seriously, stop being a little bitch. Stop being lazy. Stop making so many fucking excuses. You are the reason you're a fat fuck. And you are the reason you can change it. But stop making fucking excuses. Oh, I got this, I don't have time. Shut the fuck up. Stop being lazy. Bitch.
Yeah. Hey, man. The truth is not always friendly. I'll say that. And the truth can hurt. Unfortunately. There's certain things that we have to hear. Sometimes you got to call yourself a fat fuck for you to realize you're a fat fuck. You know? Or maybe your homie has to call you a fat fuck for you to realize you're a fat fuck. It just is what it is, man. Like there's just certain things you cannot sugarcoat. There's certain things you cannot play games with, man. Your health is number one. And yes, I'm not always going to be that aggressive with it. Sometimes I can, but 9 times out of 10, I won't be. I have a different way of delivering my message, right? But sometimes it can get there, right? Sometimes it has to be said in that manner for people to wake up. Because if you're over here just trying to, you know, watch what you say and be a great coach, the message sometimes goes in one ear and out the other. People only really respond to negativity. Like you see it all the time on social media. You see it all the time on Instagram, YouTube, whatever the case is, TV. Like people only get outraged when things are negative. That's just how you get people's attention. You have to be negative. You have to cause controversy. As much as people hate negativity, they love negativity. That term rage bait is a word for a reason, right? That's how people get views. That's how people get clicks. It's how people get notoriety. There's people, if you want to make money right now, if you want to make a lot of money and get a lot of views, just spread hate. Just be hateful, be racist, be a bigot, you know, be transphobic, be homophobic. If you want, be divisive. If you want to get a lot of views on social media, just be divisive. That is the number one way to get an audience. That's it. Be anti-Semitic. That's how you get an audience. If that's what you want, if that's the route you want to go on, that's how you be divisive. Just be divisive. Just be divisive. But I'm not in it to be divisive. I'm in it to spread the truth. I'm in it to let people know, hey, this is what we got to do, man, to get from point A to point Z. And if you don't like the message, then it is what it is. But I'm not going to blatantly call somebody something because of how I feel. No, I'm saying this for a reason. I'm saying it, but also giving you a solution. The people that spread hate, the ones that spread negativity and be divisive, they don't give you any solutions. They just rage bait you. They just make you upset. They know how to grind your gears and you know, they know how to get on your bad side, you know? They know how to push your buttons. I'm not that type of person where I'm just gonna rage bait you, call you a fat ass, and stop being a lazy fuck and not give you any solutions. I'm gonna always give you solutions, but I gotta tell you about yourself in the process of that. Because that's the only way you're gonna hear it and receive the message. You know? So think about anytime you've ever paid attention to anything on social media. 9 times out of 10, it was negative or controversial or divisive. If it was positive and hey, everybody, yeah, go everybody, yes, you can do it. No one's gonna pay attention. No one's gonna pay attention. You got to be divisive. You got to be negative. You got to call people out. You know, that's the only way your message will have any type of weight on social media, unfortunately. All right, you guys, we're getting to the end of the segment here. All right, man. We are at the 45-minute mark. Let's go ahead and get to the main event here today. All right, so the main event today, man, and we're talking about in 2026, no one's going to do the work for you. All right. So as you guys know, it's a brand new year. You have the new year, new me crowd. Everybody's coming out and going back to the gym. You know, I haven't been to the gym all week because I've been super sick. So I don't know how the gym's looking. I'm pretty sure it's probably pretty packed today, and it will be tomorrow and Monday, of course. Mainly Monday, because you know people always want to start on Monday. I don't for whatever reason, but yeah, within the next couple of weeks, man, the gyms will start to fill up and be packed out. So it's very important that you be aware of this and structure your workouts accordingly. But the main message here is that in doing so, man, and knowing this, knowing that it's a new year, you might have new goals, a new mission, a new vision, right? Great. But just understand, man, no one's going to do the work for you. Like, I need you guys to understand that and really grasp that. No one's going to do the work for you. It's great to be motivated. It's great to wake up with a fresh start in 2026. Great, amazing. But it doesn't necessarily mean the work is going to get done. And it doesn't mean that you're going to get there. So you have to have a plan. You have to have execution, as I always talk about. And you have to have a mindset of knowing that the work has to get done at any cost, right? The work has to get done. If your goal to this year was to lose 10 pounds, 15 pounds, eat better, work out more consistently, great. Write it down, take action on it. But just understand no one's going to do the work for you. No one's going to wake you up. No one's going to force you to work out consistently. No one's going to make the right choices for you, right? So you trying to look for motivation and clarity, it's not going to happen, man. Like, you can watch Andrew Tate videos all day. You can watch my videos all day for motivation. But if you don't have it in you, if you don't have the drive and execution to get it done, you can watch 1 million of my videos or anybody else's videos, David Goggins' videos. It doesn't matter. At that point, you're just taking in information, but you're not applying any information. So just understand, man, like, whether you get there or not, the world is going to move on with or without you. So the show does not stop. The show is not stopping for you, for anybody else. So either you get with it or you get left the fuck behind. It's very simple. Either you get with it or get left the fuck behind. So no one's going to hold your hand out here, man. No one's going to do it for you. There's no shortcuts. There's help for you. Yes, people will help you, but you still need to do a majority of the heavy lifting on your own. No pun intended. Right? So this has to be a personal year for you, man. Has to be a personal year for you. You have to take this shit personal. Whatever didn't happen last year, it has to be taken personal. You have to come back this year with a whole different mindset, a whole different game plan, ready to go, ready to take on new challenges. Because things have to change. And you have to be the one to anchor that. Right? So there's going to be help for you. There's going to be resources available, myself included. But in the end, man, it's going to be you versus you. That's all there is to it. Right? And here's a video explaining just that. Let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. All right, here we go.
This is your sign to stop expecting everyone to do the work for you. It's not going to happen. You really want people to be doing stuff for you instead of actually feeling accomplished and putting in the work every single second of the day, editing for hours, posting. You guys start taking action on your goals. Stop making excuses because you're not going to feel proud of yourself if you keep expecting and stealing everyone's glory. So go after it. God's got a plan for you and follow that purpose of yours. Keep chasing your dreams. This year.
Just like that, man. Look, I got plenty goals this year. I got a 1,000,001 goals this year. And I know in the back of my mind, no one's going to do it for me. No one's going to help me get there. Now, yes, I have people in my corner. I have resources, but it's still up to me to put the work in. I'm not expecting any handouts. I'm not expecting anybody to feel sorry for me. I'm not expecting people to bend over one knee and help me out. They want to, great, but I'm not expecting anything from anybody. This year is personal, bro. And that's how you have to look at it. If you have a goal for yourself, take this shit personal. So there's no handouts. No one's going to be watching, looking out for you. In the end, all you got is you in the end, man. All you got is you. If you were at rock bottom last year, climb yourself out. It's a new year. Let's try again. But doing the work, man, is very, very important. Doing the work is especially for me, that's showing up when it's boring, showing up when there's no traction or there's no results, keeping up with your training, posting, eating clean without being recognized for it, keeping your promises to yourself, and just repeating simple daily habits every single day. Every single day. If you can do that for the rest of the year, you will be okay. You will be okay. Promise. But the ones that don't do that, man, you're going to have the same year as you did last year and the year before that. So just understand that, man. No one's coming to save your goofy ass. All right? But anyway, man, that's been today's show. I got to get up out of here because I got to rest my voice, but I'm glad to get back on the air today, man, and chop it up with you guys. I appreciate you guys as well. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I just dropped my free. I got my free 7-day my free 7-day fat loss guide, and I just dropped my fat loss blueprint digital book. So make sure you guys go ahead and get that on the winnersdietclub.com. You can follow us on social media, Winners Diet Club, as well as my personal page. We'll see if we can get back on Sunday. I might get back on Sunday, depending on how I feel. I should be good by Sunday though. So until then, man, you guys take care. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you soon. Peace.